not the what? The old NCERT. But if not possible, then obviously new NCERT. They start with new NCERT. Chapter 1, Big Bang Theory, Geological Time Scale. तो 2 टॉपिक है उसमें, अच्छा है. चैप्टर 1, Geological Time Scale and Big Bang Theory are not part of your optional. ठीक है? So I will provide you my video class on it. फ्री का है, फ्री. समझा? वह तुमको बस देख लेना है और उसमें नोट डाउन कर लेना है. Because these classes will help you in concept building, etc. So maybe 2 टॉपिक का दो क्लास में will divide and will be giving you video class on it. What is geomorphology? Please write. बुक्स का नाम बताते हैं, रुको. देखो प्रॉब्लम क्या है. What is the irony of geography is that geography has been the ruling subject between 16th century till 1970 या 1950 तक मान लो, Second World War. A geographer was considered the reservoir of knowledge. Who is Immanuel Kant? He is not a philosopher, he is a geographer. And if you look at the title of his books, क्या लिखते हैं? Die Igni, the fire. And how fire has created everything. Kant का नाम सुने हो? And he devotes his book to the Vedas. The first hymn of Vedas are written on Agni God, Agni Mire Ide Purohitam. तो कांट का जो टाइटल है, is so influenced by Upanishads. उसके फिलॉसफी के बहुत क्लोज हैं कांट. तो वो भी वही लिख रहे हैं, डाई इग्नी, द फायर. इट कैनॉट बी ए हैप्पी कोइंसिडेंस. The problem in geography is that there is no one comprehensive book which will deal with all the topics. The only comprehensive book is Savinder Singh, which everybody knows. हंस क्यों रहे हो? Actually, it's a good book. Any book is a good book because it has information. समझे? Any teacher who came in your life, whatever he taught you, was a great teacher. ऐसे सोच के चलना है. ग्रेटेस्ट का फैसला बाद में किया जाएगा. लेकिन वो क्या जो क ख ग सिखाया ना, वो भी तुम्हारा बहुत हेल्प किया है लाइफ में. खैर, सो सविंदर सिंह पे हंसना नहीं. मैं मौकरी के लिए नहीं बोला ये. सविंदर सिंह इज ए गुड बुक, जेन्युइनली ए गुड बुक. समझ गए? But his book is on, one book is on physical geography, one is on geomorphology. So the book on geomorphology is too thick, too heavy, and pilation of enormous amount of facts. Enormous, मतलब सच में enormous. So it becomes very cumbersome. It's very difficult to read the book and take out the matter from what you deserve and what you not deserve. A better book probably for a student community will be P. Dayal, Geomorphology by P. Dayal. P. Dayal, Geomorphology. A simplified form of Savinder Singh. Savinder Singh minus facts, it will become P. Dayal. ठीक है? You can go for P. Dayal. You can go on the stall, turn the pages, you can decide yourself. मेरे लिए दोनों बराबर ही है. Okay. But finally, like most of you have this idea of my classes. So, in oceanography, you have learned that every topic will have a very comprehensive class note. याद है ना? So every topic, GS में भी some of you have met me. So you know it, the mode of teaching will be preparing good classy processed notes in the class itself. तो हमसे पूछोगे तो your booklets and class notes are more than sufficient, and the only book which you should have in your armory is Rupa Made Simple. अपने शस्त्रागार में अगर कोई शस्त्र रखना ही है तो that is रूपा. रूपा को रखो. Made Simple Series 1, Physical Geography. This book. Then always remember one line. If any of my information, say ideas, are in conflict with Rupa Made Simple, then Rupa Made Simple is always correct. ठीक है? याद रखोगे ना? इसका साफ मतलब है कि हमसे गलती हो गई है. ये याद रखना है. रूपा मेड सिंपल में सब कुछ गलत नहीं. एवरीथिंग इज एक्यूरेट, करेक्ट. लेकिन अगर सविंदर सिंह से हुआ तो तब हमसे ही हैं. ये भी याद रखना है. दूसरा वाला भी देखो. चलो ओके. सो this was a reference starting with लिखो topic number 1, how we will deal with it. We will start with the Earth's internal structure. The Earth's internal structure. यहाँ से शुरू करेंगे. Introducing geomorphology with Earth. Whatever syllabus has been given by UPSC, I exactly remember in the same sequence. ठीक है ना? तो I'm not starting with the first line. वहाँ मत देखना. First line is basically a statement by Thornbury. वो Thornbury का statement है. तो we will be starting with what is geomorphology, but then we'll move to Earth's interior. Syllabus लिखा है कंट्रोलिंग फैक्टर्स ऑफ लैंडफॉर्म डेवलपमेंट. लिखना नहीं है. जियोमॉर्फोलॉजी का शुरू होता है ना, पहला लाइन जो लिखा है सिलेबस में, दैट इज, कैन यू चेक आउट क्या लिखा है? फैक्टर्स कंट्रोलिंग लैंडफॉर्म डेवलपमेंट. बट लिसन, factors controlling landform development will be the study of structure and rock system. So without learning Earth's interior, without learning about crust, you cannot learn the rocks. इतना तो समझ में आया होगा ना कि if you have to begin geomorphology, it all starts with the study of the crust. So after the study of the crust, we can move to the study of rocks and then rock structure. Then after the study of the earth, we can move into the endogenetic forces. So to learn endogenetic forces, you need to know the structure of the earth. Which part of the earth is the heat engine and which part of the earth is having magnetism? Nahin? Which part is molten, which part is solid? More than this. So we are starting with Earth's interior. Okay. Likho, what is geomorphology? What is geomorphology? Right. Geomorphology is the study of landforms. Is the study of landforms and their modifications by the processes oblique geomorphic processes second definition एक और लिखना है which is much more important, right? Geomorphology refers to the scientific analysis of the mechanisms and processes leading to crustal formations and deformations. By the endogenetic and exogenetic processes Stop. They go. In oceanography, let's have a one-line analysis. In oceanography, we have to learn the science of the seas, the dynamics of seawater, the physical properties of seawater, the marine ecosystems of seawater, the geological processes which are operating on the floor of the ocean. In geomorphology, we have to learn the landforms and their changing nature, how Himalayas were created and how it is being destroyed. This is geomorphology. Oversimplification किया है, but समझो, how Himalayas were created, crustal formation by endogenetic force, Earth's internal forces, plate movement, and how Himalayas are being brought down, they are being brought down to a peneplain stage or a lowland. कहीं कहीं टेक्निकल यूज करें तो घबराना मत. पेनीप्लेन मतलब lowland. So which forces are bringing down Himalayas from high magnitude mountains to a low level basin? with undulating wave-like surface. Exogenetic forces. So in geomorphology we have only two topics. A, क्या? Work of endogenetic. Plate tectonics क्या है? Work of endogenetic. Volcanism, endogenetic. Seismicity, isostasy, all endogenetic. So half of the syllabus is basically on endogenetic and half of the syllabus will be on exogenetic. Deviation model on cycle of erosion. क्या है ये? Exogenetic. And slope development, evolution of slope, study of slope, what is that? Exogenetic. Channel morphology. रिवर का चैनल पढ़ना एक्सोजेनेटिक, उसमें इंडोजेनेटिक क्या है? कुछ नहीं है. Landforms, they're all exogenetic. So geomorphology has two parts. And any great professor will tell you that geomorphology is actually divided in two parts. Question को analysis करने पे I have discovered UPSC में finally the professors matter. ये तो समझते हो ना? And these professors know this. They know this. They have this idea that geomorphology has two parts. So once they will ask you on endogenetic, next year the questions will be on exogenetic. This is how I will make guesses. Last year the question was on plate tectonics and isostasy combined. Dikha tha na? Go through the questions now. You are becoming intelligent with time. मैंने पहले ही बताया कि I am not here to give you the fish. मैं तुमको फिशिंग टेक्नोलॉजी भी देना चाहता हूं. तुम भी समझ सको कि क्यों ऐसे है, क्या ऐसे है. तो सेकेंड पार्ट से क्वेश्चंस आर मोर एक्सपेक्टेड दिस टाइम. देखो यूपीएससी कैनॉट हैव लॉज, नहीं, बट वी ज्योग्राफर्स आर दोज हु कैन डिस्कवर लॉज आउट ऑफ कंप्लीट कैओस. एक ज्योग्राफर क्या होता है? जो देखो दिल्ली क्या है, दिल्ली क्या है? दिल्ली एक कैओस है. इट्स एन अर्बन कैओस. But what we geographers will do, we will discover that this is the central business district. ये CBD हो गया भैया, नहीं, ये इंडस्ट्रियल जोन हो गया, ऐसा हो गया, वैसा हो गया. बट हम लोगों को तो पूरा करना है. We have to do the entire part of syllabus. But endogenetic, exogenetic, there are two divisions, and very often the questions are asked alternatively. Now your Rupa made simple is more about the exogenetic force. But this text doesn't have much about the endogenetic force. समझे? उसके related syllabus में इसमें नहीं है कुछ. Even Savinder Singh and old NCRTs are very miserly. Miserly मतलब? कंजूस. When they write on endogenetic force, बहुत ही कम लिखा हुआ है. Okay, right. लिखो what is landform? What is landform? Let's define the landforms now. Please write. लिखो land according to Gilbert. See, wait. Since it is an optional class, I have every reason to pronunciate those great ज्योग्राफी के भगवान जी है ना, तो उनका नाम लेके भी पढ़ाना अच्छा है. And in optional, lot of people believe that I should write according to me. नहीं, according to Gilbert. It's a developed sign. तुम ऐसा लिख सकते हो क्या कि ग्रेविटी नियम को तुम मॉडिफाई कर दो और लिखो according to me ग्रेविटी लॉ इज? ऐसा नहीं कर सकते हो ना. एप्पल का एग्जाम्पल हटा करके तुम कद्दू लिख दो और कहो कि आई हैव डिस्कवर्ड माय ओन लॉ. ऐसा नहीं होता. ज्योग्राफी में ऐसा नहीं हो सकता है. सो यू हैव टू गिव कोटेशंस प्रॉपर. In fact, the questions are directly asked from quotations. समझे? Quotations दिया रहेगा. So in optional, there is no harm quoting those great scholars, nahi, muttering those great names when you write. So first, the जो definition है वो लिखो according to Gilbert. Gilbert was a great master of geography, पता है? लिखने के मूड में मत आओ आज ज़्यादा, आज हम बोलने के मूड में हैं. सुनो, गिलबर्ट, आज इंट्रोडक्शन ही तो हो रहा है जियोमॉर्फोलॉजी का. गिलबर्ट was the geographer born in 19th century, and he gave such scintillating ideas, such sensational theories, that rest of the geomorphology was developed mostly on Gilbert. Even Davis owes a lot to Gilbert. समझा? जैसे he talks about the profile of equilibrium. Now we will learn in geomorphology, in the Davisian cycle of erosion, that finally Davis is also discussing the profile of equilibrium. What exactly is that? We'll check up later on. Don't look concerned. मैं सिर्फ गिलबर्ट की तारीफ कर रहा था. तुम प्रोफाइल ऑफ इक्विलिब्रियम पे सोचने लगे. ऐसा मत करो. लिखो, अकॉर्डिंग टू गिलबर्ट, according to Gilbert, landforms are those crustal features which have mass, dimension, magnitude and amplitude, and geometrical form. Think of this definition. Write second definition, then I will elaborate all of them at a time. So please write. According to the father of geomorphology के बाबूजी, father of geomorphology, landform is the function of a structure, process and a stage. A structure, process and a stage. Stage के ब्रैकेट में लिख दो a division of time. What is a stage? A division of time. On Davis, I will speak some 20-30 minutes to introduce this man, not today, on the right time. Before Einstein, there was a geographer who talked about time as a process, time as a controlling factor. Think of me, think of yourself also. You are in which stage? Young? नहीं. फिर एक मैच्योर, फिर एक ओल्ड. 3 स्टेज है ना. ये 3 स्टेज है, and then your life cycle ends. Similarly, the mountain can have 3 stages. Young as Himalayas, as old as Aravalis, as mature as Ural. So even a mountain has stages. Now a stage is what? A stage is division of time. मान लो कि मेरा एक time है. I have a given time period of 100 years. So that 100 years time is divided into. So it is a scaling time. Stage क्या है? Stage of time है. Time का division है. समझ में आया? Okay. Write the next one. Now a German comes in between and he also defines landform. तो तो लिखो अकॉर्डिंग टू पेंक, पेंक PENCK, according to PENCK, PENCK, PENCK में लिखो landforms are the product of the ratio of the work, product of the ratio of the work between the endogenetic and exogenetic forces. Between the endogenetic and exogenetic forces. Read this definition. Ratio of work between Indo and Exo. इधर देखो. If there was no Himalayas previously, समझा? पहले कोई हिमालय तो नहीं था. But because of the endogenetic forces, if Himalayas were uplifted by say 100 meters, the exogenetic forces must have removed some of the mass, and therefore the actual height of Himalayas will be 80 meters. हाँ या नहीं? So finally what is Himalaya? The ratio of work between endogenetic and... Now this method is quantitative or not? So this will be called quantitative definition of a landform by whom? By the great German called Penck, Walter Penck. So Penck defined in his own unique way. It's a mathematical approach है Penck का, quantitative approach है Penck का. All right. Now there is one more. लिखो थॉर्नबरी. थॉर्न लिख सकते हो ना, THORN, BURRY, थॉर्नबरी. So according to Thornbury, landforms are the product of their structure, physical, comma, their structure, comma, physical properties, like rigidity, rigid, permeability, porosity, etc., which in turn determine the rate of erosion and the intensity and magnitude of and the intensity and magnitude of Earth's internal forces. Earth's internal forces. You can write in bracket hypogene. Internal forces meaning hypogene forces. मैंने जानबूझ करके थॉर्नबरी को थोड़ा मॉडिफाई कर दिया फॉर योर अंडरस्टैंडिंग. हाइपोजीन फोर्सेस. हाइपोजीन मीनिंग इंटरनल फोर्सेस. इनको भी पढ़ो. गिलबर्ट क्या कह रहे हैं? ही इज गिविंग सिग्निफिकेंस टू ए स्ट्रक्चर. स्ट्रक्चर को सिग्निफिकेंस दे रहे हैं. देखो, लुक हियर, प्लीज concentrate. There is a granitic rock, there is a limestone rock. Both are under same climatic condition. The landform developed on them will be same or different. Say they are in the equatorial rainforest area with heavy rainfall, and you have one limestone and one granite. Who will be eroded faster? Has to be the limestone, it will dissolve, but granite will be a resistant rock. So since there is a difference in their structure, the landform so evolved under the same climatic condition will be different. हाँ या नहीं? तो ये कितना स्मार्ट है थॉर्नबरी. He says it is the structure which determines the landform. Structure determine करेगा. And who is regulating the rate of endogenetic force? The structure again. देखो इधर ध्यान से. If the rock is elastic and you have compressional forces, the elastic rocks will fold and landform will be folded. But if the rocks are brittle and the same compressional forces are applied, then the rocks will break, will be shattered, and you will have fractures, faults, rift. हाँ या नहीं? And the landform will be different. So who is the determinant of landform? A structure. This was exactly asked in civil services. समझ में आया? तो structure is a controlling factor of landform development or not? Yes, it is. Structure plays a role or not? Yes, it is. अभी in general समझना है. We are not talking about how to write answers and what is. We are talking in general. Out of 4 definitions, which one looks the best? Decide. कौन सा? थॉर्नबरी. मैंने नहीं कहा थॉर्नबरी, इसने कहा. मैंने क्या बताया? सबका बाप कौन? डेविस. उसमें डबल टिक करो. Why is called father of geomorphology? Because look at his definition. Landform is the function of. He talks about everything in इतना छोटा सा definition. He talks about everything. A structure. तो थॉर्नबरी भी इसमें आ गया. दूसरा प्रोसेस, इंडोजेनेटिक एक्सोजेनेटिक आर प्रोसेसेस, वो भी आ गया. एंड थर्ड इज स्टेज, मतलब टाइम को भी इंक्लूड कर लिया. टाइम एज ए फैक्टर इंक्लूड कर लिया. दिस इज हाउ दिस डेफिनेशन विल बी रेटेड एज द बेस्ट एमंग ऑल. सो डेविस प्रिवेल्स ओवर द अदर डेफिनेशंस. ओके, नाउ राइट टाइप्स ऑफ लैंडफॉर्म. हाउ टू क्लासिफाई लैंडफॉर्म्स. How to classify landforms? Types of landform. लिखो, primary landforms, they are also called first order landforms. They are also called first order landforms. Primary landforms or first order landforms, because they are a product of endogenetic forces. They are a product of endogenetic forces. Because these lands have highest magnitude. These landforms have this landform. Such landforms have highest magnitude and highest amplitude. For example, the continental crust and the ocean basin. The continental crust and the ocean basin are called primary landforms. Are called the primary landforms. Second, लिखो, the secondary landforms, also called the second order landforms. Secondary landforms, second order landforms. Second order landforms. Right. They are product of endogenetic. They are product of endogenetic forces, but modified by the exogenetic forces. For example, mountain, plateau, plains, mountain, plateau and plains are second order landforms. Look, now longitudinal valleys, keep writing, now longitudinal valleys are also included. Longitudinal valleys are also included as part of second order landform. Okay, hold on, बताओ मुझे, how to divide the continental crust, how it could be divided? How many divisions you will like to make for the continents? They have either mountain or plateaus or plains. There are three divisions. So the second order landforms are resting in the first order landforms. हाँ या नहीं? फर्स्ट ऑर्डर के डिवीजन को ही सेकेंड ऑर्डर कहते हैं. ओके, अब दिस माउंटेन्स आर प्रोडक्ट ऑफ इंडोजेनेटिक और नॉट? यस, प्लेट्यूज, कुछ भी हो, प्लेन्स, दे आर ऑल प्रोडक्ट ऑफ इंडोजेनेटिक, बट एक्सोजेनेटिक फोर्सेज आर modifying it. Some of you must be thinking that these Gangetic plains are plains and they must have been created by exogenetic force. No! They also have been created by endogenetic. It was previously a trench. This Ganga plain was पहले क्या था ये? It was previously a trench which have been later on filled up. So a trench has been modified into a plain. Getting or not? तो प्लेन का भी जो बेसिक स्ट्रक्चर है दैट विल बी प्रिपेयर्ड बाय कंस्ट्रक्टेड बाय इंडोजेनेटिक फोर्स. डेल्टा is part of a plane. So delta will be the third order. Getting or not? A river basin is a third order. जो तुम सोच रहे हो गंगा का मैदान, this is third order. सुंदरबन डेल्टा third order. Indus river समझ में आया? Indus to Dihang, there was a huge trench. That's our basin. समझा? तो ये तो इंडोजेनेटिक से बना था ना, और इसका डिफरेंट पार्ट्स, कहीं डेल्टा है, कहीं फ्लूवियल प्लेन है, कहीं कोलुवियल प्लेन्स है, कहीं तराई है, कहीं भाबर है, कहीं खादर है. कुछ सुना है क्या? तो ये सब जो डिविजन्स है ना, दिस डिविजन्स विल बी कॉल्ड टर्शियरी, थर्ड ऑर्डर, बट प्लेन एज ए होल इज सेकेंड ऑर्डर. ओके, लिखो. So you have the third order landform, and third लिखो, tertiary landform, also called third order landform. Because they are product of exogenetic forces. They are product of exogenetic forces, and they experience the short-term changes. They experience the short-term changes. Delta is prone to short-term modifications or not? Yes, it is. Short-term change होता है. Bhabar, Tarai, they all have been built in few hundred years, few thousand years. Okay. तुम लोगों ने सुन लिया मैंने क्या बोला? चुप रहो. मैं नहीं चाहता कि मेरा कुछ भी बाहर जाए. नहीं जाना चाहिए, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, बट स्टिल देखो, फॉर एनीबडीज क्लास नोट विल बी 40% ऑफ व्हाट इज बीइंग डन इन द क्लास. हाँ या नहीं? सो एवरीबडी इज गोइंग टू जज एनीवन from the class notes, but class notes always will be 40% of the class. What we do in the class shall not be known to the rest of the world. क्योंकि बीच में कभी मेरा मूड करता है मजाक करने का, कभी कुछ और बोल देते हैं, तो चलो लिखो. All right. So this was your classification of landform. ठीक है? Primary, secondary and tertiary. Now please write. देखो, the difference between landform and relief. अब एक concept बताते हैं. What is relief? What is landform? What is topography? What is terrain? So you will come across some of the technical words and some of the technical definitions. So what is the difference between relief and landform? देखो, relief according to a stroller, relief according to a stroller. स्ट्रोलर का नाम भी नहीं सुना है. इतना बड़ा ऑथर है यार ये. खैर कोई बात नहीं है. he could be easily called the father of modern physical geography. ठीक है, तो लिखो क्या लिखा है? According to Stroller, लिखा नोट सीखो. Relief refers to, हो गया, थैंक यू. आई जस्ट नोटिस्ड कि YouTube लाइव चल रहा है, मैंने बंद करवा दिया. तुम लोगों को दया आ रही है उन पे? चलो अपना काम करो, बिकॉज दिस इज डिस्ट्रैक्शन फालतू का. चलो लिखो, क्या लिखा है? रिलीफ refers to the study of slopes and the aspects of slope. So, relief is equal to slope plus aspects of slope. लिखो, aspects of slope means angularity, and the direction of slope. Aspect मतलब वो स्लोप कितने एंगल का है और स्लोप किस डायरेक्शन को फेस कर रहा है. लाइक यू हैव सन फेसिंग स्लोप, नहीं, एंड सन ऑपोजिट स्लोप, विंडवर्ड स्लोप, लीवर्ड स्लोप, कुछ ऐसा सुना है ना? यू कैन थिंक लाइक ए कॉमन मैन. द सन फेसिंग स्लोप will have more erosion or less erosion. More erosion, the sun rays are direct, so heating and cooling is more rapid, so the rocks can just break down easily. So meaning of relief is slope plus aspect of slope. थोड़ा elaborate करते हैं. सुनो, Himalayas are relief या have relief? Himalayas are relief. Yeah, Himalayas have relief. Have relief. Himalayas are relief. गलत English है ये. Himalayas have relief. So when we study the relief, we study the different aspects of slope. सुनो, there is a question. Say there is a question. Discuss the relief of Himalayas. So what you will do? You will talk about the altitudinal differences of Himalayas. कैसा स्लोप है, कैसा वैली है, समझा, कॉन्वेक्स है, कॉनकेव है, या हाइट कितना है, ये सब एस्पेक्ट को रिलीफ कहते हैं. सो व्हाट इज रिलीफ? स्लोप स्टडीज. क्लियर है या नहीं? हिमालय में देखो, हिमालय इज ए लैंडफॉर्म, राइट? लिख लो इसको, लिखो the altitudinal aspects of a landform is called its relief. Thus, it is the It is the outline of a topographical feature. It is the outline of a topographical feature. While topography is the landform in all its dimensions, टोपोग्राफी क्या है? लैंडफॉर्म इन ऑल इट्स डायमेंशन. रिलीफ क्या है? उसका स्लोप या एल्टीट्यूडनल एस्पेक्ट. जैसे आई एम गिविंग यू वन एग्जांपल, रिलीफ मैप ऑफ हिमालयाज. समझा? तो रिलीफ मैप ऑफ हिमालयाज विल शो ओनली द आउटर लाइन. समझा है नहीं? दिस इज द पॉइंट वेयर यू कैन स्टडी, वेयर यू कैन लर्न. When we say relief map of Himalayas, you have to draw the outer line. I'm teaching you from cartography. वो outer line जो draw कर रहे हो, जो altitudinal difference दिखा रहे हो, different height and depth दिखा रहे हो, that is relief. समझा? और height and depth में क्या होता है? Say, this is how the Himalayas are. तो क्या है ये? ये slope नहीं है. ये सब slope है. Different types of slope है. तो स्ट्रॉलर थोड़ा सा माइक्रो लेवल पे चले गए एंड ही सेड कि इट इज द स्टडी ऑफ स्लोप एंड डिफरेंट एस्पेक्ट्स ऑफ स्लोप. सो रिलीफ इज नथिंग बट स्लोप स्टडी. बट टू सिंप्लीफाई थिंग्स, रिलीफ इज व्हाट? द स्टडी ऑफ आउटलाइन. सो एनी आउटलाइन मैप इज ए रिलीफ मैप. नाउ सेकंड थिंग, व्हाट इज टोपोग्राफी? When you have the 3D picture of Himalayas, 3-dimensional picture of Himalayas, which is showing its लेंथ, विड्थ, सब कुछ, हाइट. समझा? तो इट इज कॉल्ड टोपोग्राफी. जब उसका पूरा मास दिखे, स्ट्रक्चर दिखे, हाइट भी दिखे, 3 डायमेंशन